Ever wondered how inflation works? It's a term that gets thrown around quite a bit, especially in economic circles. Simply put, inflation is a general increase in prices, which in turn results in a fall in the purchasing value of money. It's an everyday phenomenon that subtly yet significantly influences our lives, from the price of a gallon of milk to the global economy. Inflation, in essence, is like a silent thief, slowly eroding the purchasing power of your money. Unraveling the complex concept of inflation, it's actually simpler than you might think. Let's imagine a giant game of musical chairs. But instead of chairs, we have goods and services. And instead of people, we have money. When there's too much money dancing around and not enough chairs to sit on, that's when inflation begins to occur. In this scenario, the excess money is competing for a limited number of goods and services, which in turn drives up the prices. And when prices go up, the value of your money, what you can actually buy with it, goes down. This diminishing purchasing power is what we commonly refer to as inflation. Now, how do we measure this invisible force? Governments use a tool called the Consumer Price Index, or CPI for short. This index is like a shopping basket filled with everyday items such as bread, milk, gasoline, and even movie tickets. The government tracks the price of these items over time. If the cost of this basket goes up, then we have inflation. Think of it this way. If last year you could buy a loaf of bread for $2 and this year it costs you $3, that's inflation at work. The bread hasn't changed, but the value of your money has. So in essence, inflation is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising, and subsequently, purchasing power is falling. So, what are the key takeaways about inflation? Firstly, inflation is a normal part of most healthy economies. It's like the pulse of the economy. A little bit of inflation suggests the economy is alive and well. It reflects the gradual increase in prices as the economy grows and expands. Secondly, while moderate inflation is beneficial, high inflation can be detrimental. It's like having a high fever. It signals something's not right. High inflation erodes the purchasing power of money, making your dollars worth less. Thirdly, managing inflation is a crucial job for central banks. They're like the doctors of the economy, using tools like interest rates to keep inflation in check. And finally, inflation impacts our everyday lives. It affects everything from the price of your morning coffee to the cost of your dream house. Understanding inflation helps us make better decisions about spending, saving, and investing. It's a critical aspect of financial literacy.